afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your midweek wake up with Bliss Beauty by Brandy. Today we are going over my spring, summer, warm weather makeup routine. We're going to start with our Mellow Milk Spray by Fourth Ray Beauty. I'm just going to pat that in. Next we are going in with the Truly Mary Jane CBD Glow Serum. Sorry, I'm blanking on what it was called. I'm just going to do a few drops of this. On this particular day, my skin was a little bit drier than it normally is. But I like this because it gives a nice glow to the skin without making my face excessively greasy. This is a newer product I've started using, and I actually really like it. It is scented, so if you are sensitive skinned, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, or if you use it at your own risk. Next we're going in with this Real Techniques eye serum and cream, I don't even know what to call it, an applier. I'm just going to dip this into my Fourth Ray Beauty The Daily Eye Cream, and I'm just going to rub it in. I keep this in my little mini fridge that's on my desk that I keep my skincare in, so it's nice and cool. Helps to depuff the under eye area, and it's just overall really soothing to use on the skin. We're just going to work that in, depuff the eyes, get it nice and moisturized. I want to take the excess off and pat it into the eye area. Now here's a new item that I'm using as a primer. I got this in my Ipsy bag recently. This is the Farsali Skin Tune Blur Perfecting Primer Serum. It worked really well. It did blur my skin. You can't really see it on the screen. I should have zoomed in a little bit more, and I apologize about that. But it did blur out my pores and made my skin look nearly flawless, with the exception of the fact that I have slightly rosier cheeks, and I also have melasma on the top of my forehead and my upper lip. So what looks like a growing mustache and a weird looking birthmark on my forehead, that is actually my melasma. It gets worse in the warmer months. The more flushed I get, the more time I'm out in the sun. So just something to keep in mind as far as a blurring primer, but it works extremely well. This is a foundation that I've been using. It is the NYC Get It All Foundation Stick. This is in shade number 102 Natural Beige, and that lovely little face that you saw when I first applied it was my realization that this is not my actual skin color right now. I have applied a fresh fake tan to my face, neck, and body, plus I've been out in the sun and using sunbeds, so I'm a little bit darker than I normally am. This is also a new concealer. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this is in Rose Beige. It's quite light. I realized when I picked out my makeup, I was not picking out for my darker skin or a fresh fake tan. So I'm going to blend this out with my usual concealer brush, and I sprayed my brush with the Pacifica Rose Flower Hydro Mist setting spray. It's for all skin types. It does give a little bit of moisture to the skin. In my case, the Camo Concealer, I read that it does have a tendency to act like the Tarte Shape Tape, which is really drying. I have that concealer, and it's extremely drying on my skin. Even though I have oily skin, I don't like the way it feels. So I use this to hopefully avoid it. You know, that drying feeling. Now I'm just going in with the Juvia's Place Eye Magic Setting Powder in White Sands, and I'm literally just going on the spots that I've applied a concealer first. And now I'm going to go in and fill in my brows as usual with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Espresso and the Essence Clear Brow Gel. I've completely forgotten what I've used on my face on this day. And by the way, all the makeup in this video, for the most part, is either brand new or stuff that I have but you haven't seen me use on film yet. I changed my makeup. I changed my makeup up. Wow. Words today. I changed my makeup up seasonally. to suit how my skin reacts. In the summertime, I'm actually heavier handed, use a lot of powder because my face is so oily. I kind of cake it on, set it on very heavily, so that way I've got more wear throughout the day and I don't have to touch up or use my oil blotting sheets as often. So here I am going back in after my brows and just setting the rest of my makeup before going in with now using my brow gel. But before going in with my new bronzer and blush that I'm trying out today. The bronzer I'm using is the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer in 022 Sun Bronze. What I like about this bronzer is it's not super warm, but it's definitely matte, so you can use it for contouring, or you can use it just for all over bronzing like I am here. I'm doing a combination of a little bit of contour. I do use it to contour my nose, but I do also use it to bronze my entire face. Now, this is a fun little item that I absolutely fell in love with on this very first use. This is the Hello Halo Blush Lighter by Wet n Wild. It's only like $4.99, $3.99, I can't remember how much it was from the drugstore. But this is in the shade Highlight Bling. The blush and the highlighter are both super shimmery, however the blush when I put it on didn't look as shimmery on the skin as it does in the pan. It looks a little glowy on film, but in person it really wasn't that glowy. You'll see right here when I put the highlighter on, the highlighter is very much what it says. It's very highlight bling, but the blush had just a subtle, very, very subtle glow to it. As always, we're going in with our Anastasia eye primer. Just getting off the excess powder that was on my eyelids from setting my makeup just a little while ago. As I said, another new item that I haven't used on my channel yet. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-Hour Eyeshadow in 05 Too Cool. Essentially, it's just a really, really pretty pearlescent white. What I like best about it, it's not a super bright white, not too harsh, but it does have that really pretty glow to it that whatever you lay on top just blends so effortlessly and beautifully. I did have to kind of rework it with a little bit of moisture added in with the Inglot Duraline, but that definitely also helps with longevity, so I'll probably start using that just more often in general just for the summer months. Now I'm going in with the You Candy Aromas palette, which is I would say a nice dupe and a cost-effective dupe for the Huda New Nude palette. I'm going in with this really beautiful dusty mauve shade called Misty. I'm just going over in my crease, just giving it that definition and just kind of blowing it out. And this is a great shade if you have blue eyes or green eyes to use just all over the lid in place of doing the 24-hour eyeshadow. In the outer corner and blending into my crease, I'm going back into the palette and using Fairy Tale. These are the only two colors that I'm using from the palette in this video, just because I wanted a really pretty, springy look just for a day out with my little family, my fiance and my daughter. We just needed out of the house for a little while, so I wanted to look really pretty, but not like way, way, way overdone. I didn't want to do any dark, harsh, or neon colors for this outing for the day. Just going to take those same two colors and I'm going to blow them out on my lower lash line. That is a new thing I've started doing. Well, not new, but I really recently in the last several months have thoroughly love the look of a heavily blown out under eye line. It definitely masks if you have under eye darkness that the concealer that you use doesn't get. So I thoroughly enjoy it. This is another item I got in my Ipsy bag. This is the Estate Black Felt Tip Liner. I really like it. As you can see, it's a very, very black liner. It's also matte when it dries down. But what I like most about it is the tip is felt and it's firm, but it's not like scratchy and painful to use, and it bends very easily without being a brush. We're just going to very quickly do our lashes. This mascara is a normal one. The other one did dry out rather quickly, but this is the L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. This is like a huge like popular mascara. For me, it's not my favorite. I like the fact that it makes my lashes nice and super black, but I don't feel like it lengthened like I wanted. I do like that it did, well, I guess it did kind of lengthen a little bit, but not as much as I wanted. I prefer my mascaras to lengthen and volumize because when I use a mascara, I don't necessarily want to do more than a coat or two, especially if I'm not using fake lashes for the day, and I don't use fake lashes on the daily. But using this mascara, this would definitely just be enough to darken my lashes to add in. And then very quickly, not like anybody saw it, but we're going to highlight our inner corner, but the lashes that I used were the number 83 by Andrea. They're an older style lash, so hopefully I can find it and I can link it below for you. If not, I will find you something very comparable to link below. And then just to top off the look, we are going in with the NYX Butter Gloss in Angel Food Cake, and then just setting our face with the Pacifica Rose Flower Hydro Mist. Super quick, super easy, really pretty, and just nice glowy look for spring and summer. Thanks for watching!